everyone, this is Amy with ISU Extension and the Linn County 4-H program. And today I'm going to challenge you to do the activity called Parachute Away from the 4-H STEM Lab, the national program. And I will put the link to the full lesson plan in the comments so you can find it there and follow along if you don't want to watch the video. So what you'll need for this activity are some plastic cups. You'll need 3 plastic or foam or paper will even work cups. The smaller sizes, 3 of them, 7 to 9 ounce will work the best. You'll need some Kleenex facial tissues, or you can use napkins, paper towels, get creative, a plastic garbage bag, some lightweight string, whatever you have around. You will need some raw eggs, 3 of them, and masking tape, scissors, and a measuring tape if you have it, or yardstick, or even rulers. If you have them, I didn't, but if you have a hole punch as well, that'd be helpful, and a stopwatch. I'm just going to use a timer on my phone. So we know if we just had this raw egg and threw it up in the air, it would come back down and it would break. So we're going to use the power of physics and air resistance to make parachutes that will hopefully deliver our eggs safely to the ground without breaking. And we're going to see which parachute will do the best job at that. So we will be making 3 parachutes. I want them all to be exactly the same except for the size of the parachute plastic bag on top. So we can test out which one will work best and help the egg travel safely to the ground. So I have a finished one here that I made. Basically, it's a cup. This is going to be A. So I wrote A on the cup, and then I also wrote A on the parachute. And you'll want to use your hole punch or a scissor to make 4 holes on the side here. You'll need to have identical lengths of string for each parachute. So you'll need 12 pieces of string and attach them to those 4 holes. Mine was cracking, so I added some tape. And then inside, what we'll use is the napkins or tissues, whatever you can find, to stuff it in there and pad the parachute, the egg holder. And then a raw egg will go inside. To make sure it doesn't fall out on the way, you can tape the egg on top like this. Okay, so the egg is safely in there. It has the 4 strings coming off it. And then our last part to get the parachute ready to drop is to take that square that you've cut out and tie each corner with the string on like this. So it will look like a little parachute with a basket that has the egg inside. Okay, so here's A. A is going to be, if you want to do it the way the lesson suggests, that I'm going to try is a 10 by 10, so 10 inch by 10 inch square. So you'll have to measure out with your ruler or your tape measure out 10 inches by 10 inches, and then cut that out so you have a square, tie the strings on. The only difference, like I said, for the other ones is that my cup that's B has the same strings, the same length. I'll put the tissues and the egg in there, tape it over, and the B parachute top is going to be 20 by 20, and I just measured and labeled that too. So this is out of that garbage bag. So 20 inches by 20 inches. That will get tied on top, so it's much bigger. And then C is going to be really big. My trash bag was very small, so instead of 30 inches by 30 inches, my C parachute is only 28 by 28 inches. So just be creative if you don't have enough supplies. So now that you have your eggs and your cups and your parachutes A, B, and C all ready, we need to predict which egg is going to have the best chance of surviving a 10 to 12 foot fall, or wherever you can safely drop it from. So I will go out with these and test them all the exact same way. The only difference will be the parachute. So I'm going to drop them all the same way to have a really good test by holding the top. And I'm going to see which one is going to go down the slowest. So I will time them and also see which one will help the eggs survive. So at my house, I'm just going to go on the top of our slide and drop them down. So figure out if you can safely use a ladder or find someplace that's a little bit of a height so you can drop your eggs. All right, now I'm ready to test my parachute. Each one I'm going to test the same way by holding it on the top, about this height, about 10 feet. I'm just going to drop it, see if they survive. Once you've tested your 3 parachutes, this is B that I dropped. You'll want to double check that the egg survived, and then also if you can have somebody time the drops as they go and see which one fell the fastest. So you can see what the air resistance behind each parachute was. So my egg did survive, yay! And if you wanted to experiment with other parachutes, you don't have to make them all exactly like this. So this is a way to test the size of the parachute, but maybe you want to make it out of different materials. Would it make a difference if the strings were longer or shorter? Or is there a way that you could challenge yourself to make the basket a little bit harder? Maybe you can't use any of the tissues. You have to design it out of something else that you can find at home, some recyclables, for example. So have fun with it, and we love to see a video clip or a picture of your parachute at the end.